Where does it go? The good Lord only knows. It seems just like the other day. But it was 34 years ago that this promotion started. This Friday night, Armed Forces Reserve Center, 399 Highway 11W, Mount Carmel, Tennessee, the 34th anniversary spectacular of Southern States Wrestling. Hello again, everybody. Beau James here with a special episode as we get you ready for this Friday night, as it is going to be a historical night. We're going to have the Hall of Fame. We're going to have 3 title matches. We're going to be showcasing some young talent from all across the southern United States. It's going to be a great night, but let's get into it. Let's talk about the main event, the Southern States heavyweight title on the line. Lord Murphy Costigan defends against Chase Emery. And this situation between these two men has been going on for a few months now. Chase got here in the fall of last year, and he made it clear to myself and everybody else he wanted that title. He wanted his name there in the history books beside Tracy Smothers, beside the Mongolian Stomper, beside Jimmy Golden, beside Ray Idol, Ricky Harrison, myself, and everybody else that has been lucky enough to hold that title over the years. Chase got some big wins to get in the top 10 and get his shot at the title. Right at the end of 2024, he got his match with Murphy Costigan, and they went to a time limit draw. He asked for more time. Scott Sterling gave him more time. Murphy Costigan ran away. He was a beaten man. Chase Emery took him to the limit. Murphy said he will never get another title shot as long as he is the champion. He would never wrestle Chase for the title again. We saw Murphy do this to Wayne Atkins a couple of years ago, and he beat Wayne in a match where Wayne never got another shot at the title. He tried to do it again to Chase Emery, running scared. He brings in Mike Mann, some insurance, an insurance policy to make sure he holds on to that title. Chase Emery able to win the Cyclone Stampede to kick off this year and get his shot at the title this Friday night in Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Scared even more, Murphy Costigan and Mike Mann do a number on Chase Emery. They tried to injure him. They tried to put him out. They tried to break his arm, but they didn't get the job done. Thanks to some help from some of Chase's friends, they got there just in time before he was put out of action. Then they tried to do it to another threat, CJ Knight. Go after CJ's leg. They tried to break CJ Knight's leg. They tried to put him out of action. CJ will not be wrestling this week because of the actions of Mike Mann and Murphy Costigan, 2 low-down individuals. Thank goodness Chase Emery was able to get in there and he was able to fight both of them, or it would have been much worse for CJ. It's all set. This Friday night, Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Murphy Costigan, you in one corner, Chase Emery in the other corner, and right in the middle of the ring, myself as a special referee to make sure that there is a clean-cut winner, to make sure Mike Mann doesn't interfere, to make sure you don't load up your knee pad or your elbow pad or your fist or whatever else that we have seen from you, Murphy Costigan. And I'm going to tell you this, Mr. Costigan, I'm not going to disqualify you so you can get out of there with the belt. I'm not going to count you out of the ring so you can get out of there with the belt. I am going to let it go further than most referees will, but I'm going to make sure it's fair. I'm going to make sure if you leave there the champion, you rightfully want it. I am going to make sure if Chase Emery leaves there the champion, you rightfully want it. This Friday night, you two are facing off and you're fighting for something that means a lot to myself and a lot of other people through the history. I know what it's like to go in the ring and fight a man like Tracy Smothers when he's fighting for that title that he had, and he's fighting for everything that he's got to hold on to it. I know what it's like to be that champion and have to fight for everything you got to hold on to it. I also know what it's like to fight for it against people like Ricky Morton and Jimmy Valiant, who wrestled for the title several times over the years and never got. But I know how important that title is to Murphy Costigan. I know how important it is to Chase Emery. So I'm going to let it go as long as I can let it go. I am going to make sure whoever walks out of there, there's no ifs, ands, or buts, that he is the rightful Southern States heavyweight champion. And Mike Mann, if you get involved, I've got something for you right here. Let's hear from Murphy Costigan and Chase Emery about this Friday night in Mount Carmel, Tennessee.
Murphy Costigan, you are going to have to defend that title against Chase Emery one more time, whether you like it or not, February the 28th. And there's an extra bonus for you. Beau James will be refereeing that matchup on February the 28th.
Are you having a laugh?
No, this is serious.
Can you believe this, mate? Board of directors, once again, stocking the deck against me. You see, Chase Emery was the next golden boy. He was the lad that was flying so high. There wasn't anything I could do about it, eh? You see, I called Mike the man. I brought him back into the fold. I paid him a very large bag of cash. And now Chase Emery, the boy that was flying so high, well, we just went and clipped one of his wings. So if you want to put Beau James in some zebra stripes and put him in the ring between me and Chase Emery, that is just fine. I'll be surprised if Chase Emery can show up. He says he's going to be medically cleared, although I highly doubt it. But Beau James, here's a piece of advice for you. I almost stopped your heart with the raise of my fist. Don't cross me. Call it down the middle the way you're supposed to do it. Because if you divert from that, there's going to be consequences. Maybe this time, after we get done with Chase Emery, Marty Clay, CJ Knight, anyone else who gets in our way, maybe Mike the Man will find something on you that needs to be broken. Maybe Mike the Man will be the person who finally puts Beau James out of professional wrestling. Maybe Mike the Man and Murphy Costigan will make sure you can never wrestle again. February the 28th, 34th anniversary spectacular event. Marty Clay, you are wrestling one of the most talented professional wrestlers to ever grace Southern States Wrestling. Chase Emery, you're getting in the ring with one of the most dangerous champions Southern States Wrestling has ever had. We are two of the most dangerous men this sport has ever seen, and we're going to prove it on February the 28th.
Wrestling fans, Joe Wheeler here with Chase Emery. And Chase, it seems rather obvious to me that Lord Murphy Costigan has hired Mike Mann to come in and help him. And I think Costigan's a bit scared of you, my friend, because they did everything they could to break your arm out there tonight. Want to know how you're feeling and if you're going to be ready on the 28th.
You know, an injury, a broken bone, that'll heal. The pain of losing that title, not getting the chance to go after that title, that hurts worse. Murphy, I'm not going anywhere. You can hire as many men as you want to take me out. I'm coming for that championship, and I'll run through anybody. I'm going to get my hands on you, and you can run, you can hide, but I'm coming to get you.
Fans, you don't want to miss it. February 28th, Chase Emery will get that shot against Costigan.
Hi, I'm Ken Daffern, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets in Kingsport, Tennessee. Hello, I'm Ken Daffern, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets, starting our 21st year.
Hello, I'm Ken Daffern, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets.
Hello, I'm Ken Daffern, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets. Please come by and help us celebrate our 40th anniversary.
Hello, I'm Ken Daffern, owner of Dalton Direct Carpets. I've changed a lot over 46 years. Who hasn't? Dalton Direct Carpets hasn't changed. During our sale going on now, we have the best prices on carpet, waterproof flooring, vinyl, and wood flooring in the Tri-Cities area. That's Dalton Direct Carpets in Kingsport.
It's a night, 34 years in the making. Dalton Direct Carpets and Flooring of Kingsport presents the Southern States Wrestling 34th Anniversary Spectacular, Friday, February 28th, 7:30 p.m. at the Armed Forces Reserve Center, 399 Highway 11W, Mount Carmel, Tennessee, just 1 mile west of Kingsport. In the main event, Lord Murphy Costigan defends the Southern States heavyweight title against the exciting Chase Emery with the special referee Beau James. To make sure there is a clean-cut winner, Serenity Syndicate, Trey Chaos in Lawrence defend the tag team titles against the faction Jeff Baker and Jeff Conley. The faction say they will have a special surprise manager in their corner. In what promises to be a fight, Wild Bill puts the legacy title on the line against P.D. Hogg. 3 more big matches on the card featuring Mike Mann, Nico J, Grant Cristal, Z Collins, and more. We will also have the 2025 inductions into the East Tennessee Wrestling Hall of Fame, featuring the Young Guns, Jeff Lovin and Scott Sterling, Stan the Man Lee, Mr. Excitement, Jeff Tankersley, the Powerhouse, Ray Idle, the Mountain Rocker, Denny Cooley, and referee Mike DeMuzio. It's the Southern States Wrestling 34th Anniversary Spectacular, Friday, February 28th, 7:30 p.m. Armed Forces Reserve Center, 399 Highway 11W, Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Don't miss a moment of the exciting, hard-hitting, high-flying action. Be there! Welcome back to Legacy. Big night coming up Friday night, 34th anniversary, Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Armed Forces Reserve Center, going to be a huge night. 3 title matches. We've told you about the heavyweight title. Now let's talk about the legacy title. Wild Bill will defend against P.D. Hogg in a return match. They had a match a few weeks ago. Wild Bill was able to get out of there, but you also saw here on this program how P.D. had jumped Wild Bill when he had tried to come to the rescue of C.J. Knight. So those two men are going to be battling it out in what should be a fight this Friday night in Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Now, let's talk about the Southern States Wrestling Tag Team titles. They're on the line. Serenity Syndicate, Lawrence and Trey Chaos, managed by Miss Serenity, against the Faction. And a lot has went down between these two teams and this young lady right here over the last few weeks. Triple threat match a few months ago to crown the champions. Everybody figured the Faction were going to walk out of there the champions. They were the odds-on favorites. Miss Serenity got involved, and the Faction were the first team eliminated. Her team of Trey Chaos and Lawrence walked out of there with the titles. Then we had a number 1 contenders match to see who was going to get the first shot at the titles. It came down between the two teams that were also in that triple threat, CJ Knight, Santiago against the Faction. Miss Serenity pulls a fast one. She comes out there, she sprays everybody in the eyes with something right in front of the referee. Double disqualification, or the match was thrown out. No winner. We don't have a number 1 contender. That's what she was thinking. Scott Sterling called both teams together. They had a meeting. By a flip of a coin, the Faction were named the number 1 contenders. They get their match for the tag team titles, and all throughout that match, Miss Serenity is getting involved, and she is being a pest and being part of the trouble. The Faction that night were cheered by the fans. That was surprising to them, surprising to me, surprising to everybody else involved in Southern States Wrestling. Is it because they like the Faction now, or is it because they dislike Miss Serenity so much? We don't know. But I have a feeling it's a little bit of both. The Faction last week had an interview with Joe Wheeler, and we're going to show you that just in a second. And they said they have a mystery manager. Now, I know what the plan was because Jeff Conley told me what it was going to be. I also know that that surprise manager that they had was injured this past week in a wrestling match, and she's not going to be able to be there. Now it's up in the air. And I sent an email to Baker and Conley, and I said, hey, who do y'all have? And they said, we're not going to tell you, but we've got somebody, and it's going to be a big surprise. We don't know. They only know. Miss Serenity doesn't know. And you will have to be there live this Friday night to find out. Let's take a listen to the Faction with Joe Wheeler from last week. And then this past week, we could not get Miss Serenity to come in the studio and do an interview or meet us at the office or anything else. We had to send Bobo Brown on the road to find them in West Virginia. And we're going to show you what Bobo found out from Miss Serenity.
Joe Wheeler here with the Faction, Jeff Conley and Jeff Baker. And there's been quite a change in the air. There's been a different vibe from you guys and for you guys from the fans out there. And I want to talk to you about the February 28th event coming up. And I know y'all still want those tag team titles.
Joe, you said it. There is a different atmosphere. Shift in the winds, if you will. We're used to being the ones that leave people laying. We're used to being the ones hearing our music at the end. We're used to winning. We got left laying out there tonight. And not only that, People were behind us.
They were cheering us.
They were cheering us.
After all we've done.
You know why?
Why?
Serenity. Plain and simple, serenity. How can you be so evil that people are going to cheer for us? And she is the X factor in all of this. The spray, the conniving, the cheating, the reason that we're not champions right now. So you know what? Southern States Wrestling's got a big old anniversary show coming up, right?
February 28th.
I already saw Lawrence is going to be there. Chaos is going to be there. You know what? We're going to be there. Serenity, Lawrence, Chaos, Baker, Connolly. Don't worry, Serenity. We got an answer for you too. We're bringing somebody with us that night.
Y'all are going to bring somebody with you? Who might that be?
Let's just say it's a little card I've been keeping up my sleeve for a while. And Mr. Wheeler, Serenity, you're all going to find out at the same time.
Baker. February 28th, 34th Anniversary Spectacular, Mount Carmel, Tennessee.
What do you want? Why are you following me? You know, this Friday, this Friday is really, really on my mind heavy because I don't know who they will have in their corner, and frankly, I can't figure it out. And to be honest, it's keeping me up at night, and it's heart palpitations. And I can't figure out who they're going to have, and it's kind of scaring me a little bit, and I don't know what to do. So, if you have any idea, can you just let me in on it? Because I need to know. Like, I need to know. What good are you?
Who in the world could be in their corner? We don't know. We will find out the same time that you find out this Friday night in Mount Carmel, Tennessee. When we come back from our last break, we're going to honor the Hall of Fame and talk about them right here, and we're going to take you on a ride through 34 years of history.
Hello, I'm Ken Dapper in honor of Dalton Direct Carpets. Thank you, our loyal customers, for keeping us in business for over 46 years. We couldn't do it without your support. We offer affordable prices on all of our carpet, waterproof flooring, vinyl, and wood flooring. We're featuring heavy plush carpet on sale at $1.69 per square foot, and I have 24 colors in stock for immediate installation. Please come by during our sale and let our salespeople assist you on getting the right floor in the right room at the right price. That's Dalton Direct Carpets, Kingsport.
It's a night, 34 years in the making. Dalton Direct Carpets and Flooring of Kingsport presents the Southern States Wrestling 34th Anniversary Spectacular, Friday, February 28th, 7:30 p.m. at the Armed Forces Reserve Center, 399 Highway 11W, Mount Carmel, Tennessee, just 1 mile west of Kingsport. In the main event, Lord Murphy Costigan defends the Southern States Heavyweight title against the exciting Chase Emery with the special referee Beau James to make sure there is a clean-cut winner. Serenity Syndicate, Trey Chaos and Lawrence defend the tag team titles against the faction Jeff Baker and Jeff Conley. The faction say they will have a special surprise manager in their corner. In what promises to be a fight, Wild Bill puts the legacy title on the line against PD Hogg. 3 more big matches on the card featuring Mike Mann, Nico J, Grant Cristal, Z Collins, and more. We will also have the 2025 inductions into the East Tennessee Wrestling Hall of Fame featuring the Young Guns, Jeff Lovin and Scott Sterling, Stan the Man Lee, Mr. Excitement Jeff Tankersley, the Powerhouse Ray Idle, the Mountain Rocker Denny Cooley, and referee Mike DeMuzio. It's the Southern States Wrestling 34th Anniversary Spectacular, Friday, February 28th, 7:30 p.m. Armed Forces Reserve Center, 399 Highway 11W, Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Don't miss a moment of the exciting, hard-hitting, high-flying action. Be there! Welcome back to Legacy as we get ready for this Friday night, the 34th Anniversary Spectacular at the Armed Forces Reserve Center, 399 Highway 11W, Mount Carmel, Tennessee. A big part of this Friday night will be the induction of the 2025 class into the East Tennessee Wrestling Hall of Fame. And all of these men that are going in this year are well deserved of this honor because of their hard work and dedication to pro wrestling in this part of the world. Jeff Lovin, Scott Sterling, known as the Young Guns, will be receiving the Tag Team Award this year. Multiple time Southern States Tag Team Champions, a big part of SSW in the early years. Mr. Excitement, Jeff Tankersley, wrestler, promoter, former Iron Ring heavyweight champion and tag team champion, competed throughout the years here in Southern States Wrestling. He will be joining the Hall of Fame this Friday night, along with the powerhouse from Bristol, Ray Idle. And Ray has overcome so much outside of the ring the last few years, a heart transplant, a kidney transplant. We are so excited and so happy that he is going to be there this Friday night to receive his award in person. A former Southern States heavyweight champion multiple times, Southern States television champion multiple times, Southern States tag team champion. Ray Idle has been a big part of SSW the last 25 years, and we are so happy that he is healthy enough to be there this Friday night. The Mountain Rocker, Denny Cooley, will be there this Friday night to receive his award. Denny is a big part of not only Southern States Wrestling, but some of the promotions that came before SSW. He has been a part of pro wrestling here in this part of the world since the late 80s, and we're happy to have Denny there this Friday night. Pretty boy Stan the Man Lee, former tag team champion multiple times, former heavyweight champion here in Southern States Wrestling. He's been a wrestler all across the Appalachian region for many years, holding many titles in All-Star Wrestling, Southern States Wrestling, Tennessee Championship Wrestling. Stan will be making his first appearance at an SSW event in a while. We're happy and honored to be able to induct him into the Hall of Fame. Referee Mike DiMuzio, who we lost in 2021, will be inducted into the Hall of Fame this Friday night. I will be accepting his award for him and making sure it gets back to his family in Pennsylvania. Mike, a big part of SSW over the years, working in the office, helping promote, refereeing, commentating. He did a little bit of everything except wrestle, and he was well deserved in this award for his hard work and dedication. We're also going to have a few surprise guests there this Friday night. Not going to tell you who they are. You're going to have to be there to find out for yourself. But we hope you're making plans to help us celebrate 34 years of Southern States Wrestling. Now, let's take a look at just some of our very rich history as we take a video look through the years at Southern States Wrestling. night it's been, it's not over. This coming Friday night, Mount Carmel, Tennessee, we begin to write the next chapter in our very long history book of Southern States Wrestling. We hope and pray to see you there ringside. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting us over the years. God bless each and every one of you, and I hope to see you ringside this Friday night in Mount Carmel, Tennessee.